Hey YouTube family, and welcome to Perfectly Parker. So today I'm going to spotlight an amazing woman named Lisa. Lisa helped me and my husband so much just with the whole process of school. So when we came down here, in October, and she started school in January. She started PPCD, which is preschool program for children with disabilities. So she started that program and we liked it. It was okay. But we were preparing for kinder. Now, at the time, me and Parker's teacher, we weren't seeing eye to eye on some things. She was telling me some things that Parker couldn't do, and I knew what she could. It was just a big mess. Now, side note, if you came here and you think that I'm going to start bashing teachers, you are absolutely wrong. I love educators. I have a great deal of respect for educators. I have seen some amazing teachers out there, and Parker's teacher now is just beyond wonderful. She's really a wonderful person, and I have nothing but respect for them. And sometimes I honestly think that their hands are tied in what they can and can't do. And sometimes I just feel like you have to bring in outside resources. So at the time, me and this teacher, we were not seeing eye to eye on what we felt like Parker should be placed in kinder, and how she should be placed, and what she should be doing, certain goals that she should be doing. And at the time, I was just getting into this process of what they call here the ART meeting. Different places call it different things. I think ART is specifically just for Texas, but it stands for Annual Review and Dismissal. Most places, I know in Louisiana, it was just an IEP meeting, but it's a meeting to discuss what you're going to do, what kind of services they're going to get, blah, blah, blah. It's just a whole lot of things. And before we went to the meeting, I was feeling a little overwhelmed. I just didn't know what I could and could not do. I was trying to update myself on the whole IDA, and it's just a big book, and I was literally trying to just get through and highlight it before the meeting, and just basically feeling crazy overwhelmed. So of course I took to our Facebook page, awesome resource, and I was asking some of the other parents what they did, and they said we just get an art advocate. And that was the first time I had ever heard of it on this page, and I had no idea. Art advocate, what's an art advocate? And a parent reached out to me privately, and she said, you should definitely try using Lisa. And she said, I'll send you her information. Probably one of the greatest gifts she could have ever gave me. I contacted Lisa. I was telling her what was going on, what we needed, and everything, and she just immediately jumped to it. She dropped everything. Well, made me feel like she dropped everything. I'm sure she had other people, but you know, when she's doing her job, she made me feel like me and my family was priority. And so we had a meeting and we discussed it, and she said, I'll come to the art meeting with you and we can just hash it out there. And I'm here to tell you guys, she was amazing. She not only got me what I was asking for, and she just even more. And the art meeting or IEP meeting is not about giving you what you're asking for, because sometimes you just can't, and they just can't give you what you want. But what I want, I wasn't asking for a lot, just services, speech. I didn't feel like Parker needed to be in full-time life skills. I'll get into that in another video. But she was amazing, and me and my husband, we were so thankful for her. Our process, or IEP process, can be very intimidating. When me and my husband went to a first one without her, and I literally turned to my husband and asked him, do you know what the hell they're talking about? Because they're throwing around terminology. It's very intimidating. You have everybody there. You have assistant principal, principal, you have your diag, you have your teachers, you have they're going to another school like Parker was going, you have their principal, their assistant principal. It was just a lot of people with a long table. You're sitting at one end, and it was just very intimidating. And I had never been to one of these before, and I was nervous, and I don't like not being in the know, especially when it comes to my child. I don't like not knowing what they're talking about, the terminology. So immediately I went and I started reading. I'm talking about I went to full cram mode. I don't think I crammed as bad as I was in school, or it probably was worse. And even then, I still was not grasping everything in the time I needed to, because the meeting was literally next week. And so when I contacted her, not only did she jump into action, like I said, she actually gave me some tools to help me and basically get to the meat and potatoes of what I needed to know. So I definitely want to spotlight her. I am so grateful. Me and my husband are so grateful for you, Lisa. We absolutely love you, and we cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done. And I will continue to use Lisa. I'm going to put her information in the description box. For anybody who wants to contact her, feel free. But I definitely just wanted her to give you a little information about herself. I couldn't meet with her like I could Nina because she's an extremely busy woman. She's going to arts all the time, and for her to even record it was a blessing. I contacted her, and I was telling her what I was doing for Autism Awareness Month, and I said, because she stays a good deal away from me, and I said, if you just want to record something and send it to me, that'll be awesome. And she did. Literally the next day, because she's that freaking awesome, I contacted her. The next day, no, 2 days later, she had the video in my inbox. And I didn't expect anything less from her. So please watch her, contact her if you have any questions. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because I entered into a drawing for the Perfectly Parker giveaway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Hi, Perfectly Parker family. My name is Lisa Carelli-Lang, and I'm an educational advocate and consultant. In this role, I work with families and support them as they attempt to navigate the special education process in their local school district. I work with children of all disabilities, of all 13 classifications under IDEA, not just children with autism, learning disabilities, or other health impairment. When I begin the process of working with the family, I always review all of the existing data that the family and district have. So that could include any evaluations, any therapy reports. It could include IEPs or 504s that have already been developed. It could be report cards or discipline records. It could be how the family perceives that child's functioning in the school setting and how they perceive that child's functioning in the home setting. Once we've reviewed the data, I will speak with the family to develop an agenda to bring to the school so that we are clear in what our goals are in achieving for the child. I will attend ARD meetings, I will attend Section 504 meetings, manifestation hearings, or due process hearings. In my role, my goal is to get consensus between the family and the school personnel, and to really work collaboratively with the team so that eventually the parent will be able to advocate for themselves. I'm not an attorney, and I can't provide legal advice. I've been asked what made me decide to become a special education advocate. I began my career as a teacher in special education for approximately 10 years in a variety of roles, in a variety of grade levels. I then moved into administration, and for the last portion of my career, I was an administrator for special education for approximately 20 years. When I relocated to Texas, I saw in the newspaper that there was an 8.5% cap on special education children. This meant, across the state, this meant that there was a huge number of children that were not being served appropriately under IDEA, as the national average is between 10 and 13%. I could have gone back to working in a school district, but my real passion has always been to help children, especially special needs children. And so my goal in starting this company was to assist families and getting them the services they needed for their children. I've been asked what I think is most impacting the autism community and how we can work together to address that issue. Autism is such a wide spectrum of ability levels. Each time we bring our children into the community, we educate the community on our child. The more we do that, the more accepting and integrated the children will become into their community, and the more their gifts and talents will be appreciated by the community. So once again, my name is Lisa Carelli-Lang. I'm an educational advocate and consultant. My website is eacllc.org. My phone number is 631-848-9767. Thank you for listening.